Morning, kids. We are back to social studies class to take some inspiration from some of the great legends of India. Children, every one of us has a role model in our life, isn't it? I mean, we want to be like them because we look up to them with respect for the way they are, for the way they do the work. When I ask you about your role models, you may speak about your parents, relatives, and people whom you might have met. Yes, we admire them as we are influenced by them in a good way. You may also admire a world leader or a public figure like Tendulkar, Dhoni, actors like Akshay Kumar, isn't it? Because of the outstanding work they might have done or they might be doing still, irrespective of whatever fields they are doing the work. Children, honestly speaking, there is no shortcut for success. We have to climb the stairs to reach the heights. Do you know? These all great men have sacrificed all their comfort zones and worked selflessly for others, irrespective of caste, religion, country, etc., and worked harder than others. They have profound or we can say deep impact among most of the people in the world. They succeeded in life by accomplishing the tasks which most of us feel impossible. There was no such word in their dictionary as such impossible. Remember, the harder you work for something, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. So, here is a beautiful verse from Henry Wordsworth, and the image you are seeing on the screen is Henry Wordsworth Longfellow, an American poet who belonged to 19th century. He has conveyed a deep message related to great men. The stanzas are, I would like to read quote here. Lives of great men all remind us. The lives of all great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sand of time. Departing, leaving behind us footprints on the sand of time. This verse of the poem says that many great legends in this world who have worked hard, tirelessly, devoting their time, energy, everything to improve the lives of others, though some of them are no more with us. They have passed away, but yet we never forget them, and most of us would like to follow their ways to live. They are an example, or we can say role models, to many people of not only our country but the world. So, here are few great legends who toiled hard and transformed the lives of Indians. Here is the pictured image I am sharing with you, children. I am sure everyone must have identified the saint in the image. Yes, he is Vivekanand, Swami Vivekanand. He was a renowned writer, scholar, thinker, and philosopher, born with a silver spoon on January 12, 1863, in the city of Calcutta. That is, he was born with a very well to do family, a rich family, wealthy family. He could have lived a very luxurious life. He was named as Narendra Datta. When he was born, he was named as Narendra Datta. Everyone used to know as Narendra Datta. He excelled in his music, gymnastics, studies, everywhere. Lot many talents he had. When he grew young, that is during his college days, he met Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a holy man who could clarify all his doubts regarding the existence of God. Many times even we question children that where is God? We are not able to see him. We feel that there is no God because we are not able to see. But do we see air, children? Just we feel it. Same way, we feel the presence of God. We cannot see him, but we can feel his presence. So, he became the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, as he was influenced by the answers he got, whatever queries he had, all the queries were sorted out by his guru, that is Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and he became the wandering monk, traveling all over the country. Children, remember, monks are the people who give up all worldly pleasures, comforts, and lead a very simple aesthetic life. So, as a monk, he was called Swami Vivekananda. Swami is the word. Why we use it? It is a word derived from Sanskrit word. Swa means one with his self. Okay, one with his self. The term is applied to religious gurus. They remain in their self, soul. His guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, taught him a very important lesson of life that influenced his life. Would you like to know what was it? Yes, he said, we can experience God by serving humanity. That is, there is no higher religion than human service. And for serving humanity, we only need a heart full of grace, children. Not too much of money, not too much of strength, not too much of wealth. Just you need a heart full of grace. You need a soul generated by love. You should have love towards anyone. And you can give your service. Further, he set up the Ramakrishna Mutt in 1897. I would like to share this. This is Bellur Mutt, which was inaugurated in 1897. Here, he spread the preachings of Hinduism, and simultaneously he worked for the poor in the fields of education, healthcare, disaster relief, etc. Children, he believed education in the real sense should be man-making, character molding, and life building. So, education is not just gaining the knowledge for exams, but it should make you, in a real sense, it should make a true man with high qualities, high character. So, he also visited America while participating in the Parliament of the World Religions that was held in city of Chicago. He was lauded, or we can say greatly appreciated over there for his speech he gave there. Till then, Indian religion was made fun of. Later, even the Americans and the world could recognize the importance of our Hinduism. They came to know what is given in our Vedas, how important is Hinduism. Though he departed at a very young age of 39, but left many followers and disciples all over the world. Within this short span of life, he could influence many people and left deep impact of Indian religion, culture, our traditions all over the world. So, children, today we can take a lesson and put our efforts to inculcate or take certain qualities to become a better person in life. Here I would like to quote his wordings, children. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject it as a poison. Never take it. The things which are making you physically weak, think that if you eat food that is making you sick, never take it. Mentally, if something is giving you stress, don't take it. And spiritually, if it is making you weak, never take such things in life. You have to reject it, desert it as a poison. So I hope everyone must have extracted or grasped some inspiration from today's topic. Children, this is all for today. In our next class, we will further know about such other great Indian men. Till then, goodbye, thank you, and have a nice day.